We're joined by our recruiting and list manager, Chris Monaghan. Chris, it's been a very busy postseason for you and the club. We've re-signed a number of key players and secured a whole host of fresh faces. Can you run us through a few of those fresh names that we can look forward to seeing out there in 2018?
Probably the two most experienced guys, or they're both still 19, which is fantastic for our program, was Tristan Tweedy and Liam Mackey coming off AFL lists. So those two guys have joined and signed with the club, so we're excited about getting them on board. And at the other end of the list will be a number of TAC players, that first year players that we bring on, and we've got Geordie Nagel, who won the best and fairest at Sandringham Dragons last year. We've got Mackenzie Dorian from Eastern Rangers, who exciting young player, and Nathan Boucher, another fella that we think is going to really progress through our pathway program.
Of those boys, this club's got a great history of developing players straight out of TAC Cup that maybe missed their chance at the draft first time around. What do you look for when these players' names are still on the board and available for you to select?
A lot of it is around their commitment, and you can see the guys that came through our list last year that secured senior games just really worked hard on the track, prepared to work with the coaches, and obviously have talent, but just having that ability to be able to continue to develop and listen and learn. And I think those guys are the ones you see on that trajectory towards higher things.
And then finally, we had a really good year last year, finished second after the home and away games, bowed out in a preliminary final. How difficult is it to balance offering those development pathways with consolidating a list that it's absolutely there or thereabouts to contend for a flag? What's your priority?
Yeah, it's a good question. Last year, obviously, we had the development league, so we're able to bring a lot more TAC players on, and with a view of being able to continue to develop them within the club. So reducing the list this year has been a bit of a challenge, and we've had a number of players that have been fantastic for the club, maybe in their third and fourth year, that have decided to go and play local or play elsewhere. The balance is that we still want to continue to have that pathway, so that's why we've secured. We will still sign first-year players and bring them on, so that we've got those players around the club for a number of years. What do we look for? Obviously, it is a real balance. We've got some exciting talent that we signed last year that played senior games, and we think there's some guys that will really get an opportunity this year to be able to show their skills and progress through that maybe didn't get that opportunity last year. So yeah, it's really exciting, and it is a bit of a balance, as you said. We've also got our top leadership team in Max Warren and Andrew Moore and Will Hams that have decided to stay with the club, and that really sort of galvanised the rest of the group. So it's come together well. We're really happy with the list so far.
Thank you so much for your time, Chris.